Welcome back to Self-Built. I'm going to be showing you a setup of the best belt squat setup that I have come up with, and we're going to be showing it lever action style. This is the setup that we are looking at. It might look a little complex at first, but I'm going to dissect it and break it down. The best setup is to have a little stool to sit on, and then you have your lever arm set at the bottom motion of your belt squat. So that way it's easy to get in and out, and when you fail, there's no way that you're going to have more range of motion than you were planning on. So that way it's very safe as well as far as that. You do need a chained belt that will allow you to do the belt squats. And then I'll show you how to do the adjustments and everything, but I'll just give you a little preview so you can see what I'm talking about. So you just attach right here, and then I just like to push this down to where it's nice and comfortable. I'll use this little weight holder as a handle, and then just get your feet planted to how you want it, and then just stand right up, just like this. And then if you need to make any adjustments, you can do that when you're at the top. You can make sure you're getting some good depth of where you want to go, and that's it. Something that I really like about this over previous setups that I've had is with this part being hooked and in front of you, there's no weight pulling directly down. So the chain isn't digging into your inner thighs or other areas that you don't want pressure to be, so it's a lot more comfortable that way. Also, the belt doesn't move, so when you set it and you start going, that's not going to move on you as well. And then you can also get a lot of range of motion, where with other ones, sometimes it's hard to get really good depth, or you're like on platforms and you can't have your feet close together or wide. So this has a lot of flexibility that way. You can also load up a ton of weight on this thing, so it's super nice that way. And plus, when you're going, it feels almost like a pendulum squat just because you're being held here too, but you're able to keep your back just completely straight, so it takes the back out of it so much, so you can just focus fully on those quads. So it's super nice, super convenient, easy to get in and out of. Once you're done, you just unhook from it, and that's it. Here's a better view of what's going on and everything. So we've got the lever arm hooked up. I've got it at the lower portion. I have a top one as well, but it works better at the lower hole for this exercise. I've got a spotter. So this tie down strap, I just have it holding the bar right there, so it's right where I need to be. And then I've got some cables. I'm using the lower cables attached. And then I've got a pipe attaching them both together, and then a chain that attaches these to the board, to the lever arm itself. You don't have to use cables if you don't want to. You can use primarily plate weights if you want, but personally, I like to load most of the weight on the cables. That way I can adjust this easily, and then if I need more, I can just load it onto there. I'll leave a video in the description below of how to build this. If you're not familiar with this, this is a newer piece of equipment in my gym. So I'm just kind of demoing different exercises this does. I'm still working on tips and tricks to make this piece of equipment even better. But one problem you may run into is if you've maxed out your cables as far as you comfortably want to go. Since I have 2 stacks, the most I've done is 100 pounds on each stack. And for that, I don't know how much stress the pulleys or the cables can take. The cables are about a year and a half old, and they've taken a lot of abuse. So I just don't know how long they're gonna last. And a way that you can make it so it's harder is you can change the leverage point. So you can see that I have it connecting right here. And something that I've tried recently is I'll attach just a piece of chain. I'll put it right here towards the front, so I can attach it towards the front. It makes it so you have a lot less leverage. So you're feeling like you're doing a lot more weight because you are. And it's really easy to adjust. If you haven't got a tie down strap, I can't recommend it enough for this setup because it's so easy to change something. So you'll just let the tension down, and then I'll adjust this real quick. And then I'll attach it right here. And then I'll reattach the tension just like that. And then you're good to go. And then this will feel much heavier. You don't have to put quite as much weight on the cables, so it won't strain it as much. I still haven't found the maximum weight capacity of this lever arm. The most I've done so far, it was about 220 pounds. That's with including cables and some weighted plates on here. And it felt really good. I haven't seen any wearing or anything. I know with legs you do need more weight to be able to really challenge them and make it exciting, but with 220 doing some belt squats, it did feel good. It felt really good. And I'll keep pushing the envelope more, just kind of slowly add more weight, see if I noticed any damage, anything getting loose or anything, but so far it's still solid. But I'm getting really happy with it. This makes leg day really fun. Something new that I haven't addressed in the build video yet is this little addition. And it's just simply a cap with an eye bolt. And then I put some nuts on the end so it doesn't go anywhere. But this is a way that you can attach cables to this or a belt. So it makes it more versatile. But that is the only difference in addition that you need to make if you're familiar with the build video. And that is it for this video. I'm gonna make a little mini series of exercise setups for this lever arm gym. So if you have any requests, let me know in the comments down below. I'll also leave a link of the build in the description below. You can also follow me on the gram or the talk. And I've also got some self-built merch you can get. That's all in the description below. Don't forget to tune in next time for some more sweet videos. And we'll see you next time on Self Built.